Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today we'll be renovating 910 Medina Studios, and this is a small apartment in San Myshuno. And I decided to turn it into a studio loft for an artist. I basically just used the platform tool and elevated it to a certain height. Afterwards, I just added a ladder so the sim can access the loft where the bed is to sleep. And I took only 1.5 hours to complete this build, which is what I believe an achievement for me so far, because the last few builds took me really long. But it could also be because like this build is pretty small, so whatever, I still think it's quite an accomplishment. I was very inspired to create to come up with this studio loft because I saw this graffiti paint on some garage door in like one of the items. So, and immediately I knew I wanted it to be by the dining table, and it just came to me that maybe I should just decorate a loft for an artist, because I mean the graffiti just reminded me of something creative and what an artist would do. So yeah, so here we are. And right now I'm just working on the kitchen first. It took me quite some time to decide on a color scheme that I wanted to go for here, but I'm pretty sure we went for something colorful. So I think the cabinets we ended up with pale yellow, and then the fridge there is in this very pastel green color, I believe. Yeah, I really like how everything came together. The wallpaper where the kitchen is right now, I think we used the one from Jungle Adventure, or it could also be from Koyat Oasis, I can't remember, but I just really like that the dark orange, it just brings out the other, the lighter colors. Yeah, and I really love it. So this apartment is for one sim. But you can easily have two sims living here together as well. There's a double bed on the loft, and both sides are accessible. I heard that some people when they push bed against the wall, the sim can only access one side of it. But some people, I don't know, they can have two sims sleeping on it, like regardless whether the bed is tucked towards the wall or in the middle or whatnot. So I haven't really tried out myself, but I just placed it in the center. So just in case you want this studio loft to be for two sims, you can easily make it as such. Or you can always adjust items on the loft to make sure two sims are able to use the bed. And yes, that is the garage door, the graffiti on the garage door that I was talking about. So I was very inspired by that artwork and decided to come up with this apartment. So right now we're just choosing the dining table, the colors, and the chairs as well. I also used a pretty colorful rug. I think it's a pretty colorful rug. I think it's from Jungle Adventure. And I think it just brings out all the colorful vibe of this apartment, and I really love it. And I decided to go with some brick walls because studio lofts just, I don't know, brick walls and studio loft just go pretty well together. And every time I see brick walls, I just get reminded of like apartments and studio lofts. So yeah, I also gave this sim I think this wall of succulents over there that you see, and I also gave this sim quite a few art easels because this sim is an artist. So yeah, and I remember to put a trash can there. That's right. And oh my god, I'm so excited to let you guys know that I actually put in effort in decorating the bathroom this time around. So you'll be able to see that later on. I think right now we are going to move on to the living space where the TV is. Oh yeah, okay, I'm just bringing out all the art easels and whatnot. But for the living space this time around, it took me quite some time to actually, finalize how I want it to be. I have no idea why it took me so long this time around. Usually the living space takes up, I don't know, it's usually one of the fastest area that I decorate. So I have no idea why I struggled this time around. Probably because There weren't any, I didn't use any wall dividers and things like that. So the area is pretty open and I wasn't sure how I wanted it to look like. But you can see me going back and forth. Like over here, you see me decorating the living space, and then afterwards, I think I move on to the study area, or it could be the bathroom. I can't remember. But over here, I'm just cluttering up the fireplace. I gave this sim a fireplace because I thought it just looked really nice with the brick walls, and I just put a couple things on top of it. I gave this sim a TV as well, and then everything in this apartment looks are not matchy, I would say. All the furniture and whatnot, I imagine some maybe what he or she picked up from a sale. I don't know, like a, what do you call that? I suddenly can't remember the term, but flea market. Like, could be something they picked up from the flea market. It could be something they bought from a thrift store. Could be something they brought from their previous apartment. So everything is just, not quite the same, but they still look really well when you put all of them together. And again, I used the couch from Paranormal. I just really love the swatches and the patterns of it. And I just think like it suits an artist. So yeah. And over here, I gave this artist a table so he or she can work on whatever art they are doing. I don't really have in mind whether this sim does, those traditional art where they do it on the easel, or they could also be doing digital art. I just imagine that this sim does all sorts of creative stuff. So yeah. And over here, I gave this sim a bookshelf. I imagine this bookshelf is like a built-in bookshelf, and the sim just decided to put a table against it because it looks pretty nice here. Yeah, and I think it's like a very nice nook to put the what do you call that? The table. Yeah, I just think like it's just nice to be there. You get what I mean? Yes, and yeah, I also placed this whole shelf of art pieces and things like that. And right now we're going back into the living space. I told you I was very indecisive here. I have no idea what I wanted to do. So everything was just, let's just see how it goes sort of thing. And I quite liked the outcome of it. So not complaining about that, even though it took me quite some time to, just figure out where I want things to be. And yeah. Either way, I think I mentioned in my previous video that I was going to take my booster shot, and I was worried that I wouldn't be up for any builds or voiceovers, but I'm feeling pretty good. So the only side effects I had were sore arms and like just tiredness in general. Like, I just feel really tired after the jab. But other than that, I didn't experience any fever which I think I'm pretty lucky because most of my friends they got like a fever for a few days. So I'm pretty thankful that I did not, and I'm still able to record a build, which I did. It's almost done, and I'll give you guys a hint. It'll be base game only build. So for all you guys out there who don't have any packs, this build will be suitable for you guys, and I hope you guys will be excited to watch. And oh yes, over here we're decorating a toilet, and this is where I was so proud of myself because I actually put in effort. It looks really nice. So I basically just combined the sink and some table, and I used this yellow color because I wanted to bring in the colorful element, the yellow, into this space. Yeah, and I think it looks so nice, don't you think so? And now we are on to the loft where the bed is, and honestly, the window at the loft area is pretty small, but I imagine the sim wouldn't mind because I mean the other parts of the apartment has windows as well, so I don't think it really matters. And I decided to use this what do you call this light fixture thing that looks really nice, and I thought it would look pretty cool here on this side of the wall. And then I put like, you know, some of the shelving and some books, some clutter on top. I just think it looks really nice here. I didn't plan for this, but immediately when I took out that light fixture, I was just like, oh my god, this is what I should do. And it just looks, I mean, don't you think it looked really, 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 really nice? And then right now I'm just cluttering up this top shelf area and just putting more paintings, some more artwork and things like that. This build is pretty much coming to an end. As I said earlier, this took me 1.5 hours. So after I speed up this video, after I sped up, is it speed up or sped up? Sped up. After I sped up this video, it just became very short, and I'm pretty surprised because my first build took maybe like 3 hours or so, and I had to cut out a lot of footage, but this one came together really nicely. And anyways, if you like this build, you can download it from the gallery. You can look up for my origin ID shansimsyt, or you can find it under the hashtag shansimsyt, and you'll be able to find this apartment. And I think we are pretty much coming to the end of this renovation. I think the rest of this video is probably just me going around the apartment and putting on the curtains and maybe adding in more decorations here and there. So I hope you enjoyed this speed build, and feel free to let me know any suggestions you have for the next one. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notifications button so you'll be notified each time I post a new video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!